Okay, good afternoon once again from here. My name is Lovett, and well, if it's been a while since we've been on this process, just as my colleague has briefly explained, we are just here to know the information from your own end in order to make this, well, I would say, collaboration be a successful one. So we'll be anticipating to hear what the processes are from yourself, from your own side.
Welcome everybody to this morning's session. I want to thank JP for organizing this event in Meg's absence. I appreciate all of you taking the time, and I will leave the session to very capable hands of Catherine Salvador, our Chief Operating Officer, to oversee this with JP. I would like to tell you, and I know Paula's going to speak at the end, but Paula, myself, and one other, we set this company up we started this in 2010, and we've built a really solid reputation in Canada to help candidates have a better life here. And we are always looking for good talent, and we're always looking for reputable agencies to work with us. We have a big demand for skilled trades. We have, a lot of times people are reaching out to us with candidates we don't need. We're looking for specialized skills and specialized needs. And of course, we do have a very stringent process on how we operate. This business is regulated in Canada. So we always want to ensure that candidates are always treated fairly, financially, and in jobs that are legitimate, and that their families have a good life in Canada. Otherwise, we don't participate. So sometimes we're difficult to get a hold of so we do appreciate your time, and we appreciate your interest. And I'll refer back now to JB so him and Catherine and the group can continue, and I will dismiss myself. So good luck today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone,
Good morning.
first of all, Happy New Year. Thank you very much for taking the time today, wherever you are.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
Different
Happy
time.
New Year.
Yeah, glad to meet you guys. I just want a couple of minutes to say a couple of important things. And you've heard some of them already, but we've established this company, myself and Wanda Cuff Young and our friend Dr. Brian Ramjatan, 12 years ago now. Prior to that, as Catherine mentioned, I spent 15 years in the government of Newfoundland and Labrador. That's a long history, but the most important thing is that I served in my last term as Minister of Immigration for Newfoundland and Labrador and actually implemented the immigration strategy for the province. And other parts of Canada are still utilizing that strategy that we put in place as a government 15 years ago. The other important thing to note is that the reason why we did that as a government, when I was in government, is because of simple demographics of Canada. And I'm sure that a lot of you recruiters have heard this before, but very simply, we had the statistics of Canada and the growth of the population, and you couple that with a low birth rate and an aging population. It was simple math to think that immigration is the answer for Canada, which it is, and I still believe it today. And it's proving right across the country. Look, it's very simple. We're an aging population, low birth rate, and the good news is that the economic developments happening for the next decade in hydroelectric dams and mining, especially in skilled trades, is going to be a major need for Canada. Whatever the changes there are by governments, federally and provincially, the reality is still the same, which is that Newfoundland and Labrador, Atlantic Canada, all of Canada will need workers, will need immigration. Specifically, I wanted to take a minute today to note another prediction I had from 15 years ago, which is that the skills trade sector will be the biggest need for the next decade or longer. Everything from a laborer to a carpenter to a welder to a mechanic, that will be the biggest need. What I want to stress to you this morning is that I know that section and other sections that we deal with, healthcare, service industry, but skilled trades in particular, will be a major demand, which is just starting now. For example, in the small part of Canada we're in now, mining is about to explode with 3 to 4 new mines within the next 4 years. A lot of need for miners and different skills there. housing development, as you know, with carpenters and concrete workers, all those things. There's going to be a major need right across the country. So what I want to make sure I give you a point today is two things. The need will be there. So remember that the skilled trades and the knot codes you talked about, it's a little more complicated. So you have to learn. It's not like you're sending us a McDonald's worker, which we still do that. But for the skilled trades, the certification and knot codes is something that we have to get used to and prepare for. Right now, it's just beginning that growth in that sector, but I'm assuring you today that that will take off this summer and into next fall and next winter. That's where the biggest growth potential is. So what I would suggest from the presentation, as you've seen, we've been in business 12 years. We have very experienced people here in the office. We have done it legitimately and straight up for 12 years. Many companies have not, because we've been scammed ourselves as a company by other companies that are not legitimate. But we've stayed the course of being straight and legitimate, and that's what we look for in our recruiters. And if you do the process that we suggest and follow us, we'll have a good future together. My message to you this morning, because as Catherine and Jay has already said, we talk to hundreds of recruiters all over the world. I've been in the Philippines, Uzbekistan, all over the world in the last few years. And I know we can get different types of recruiters, believe me. We're looking for people who are legitimate, work straight up, and that we can work with. We have the experience of the process. We can find the jobs. We can do the process of the legal part of the immigration process. We can do all that. You find the people that match us well so that your time is spent well and our time is spent well. So that's my message to you this morning. It's a great opportunity for you here with this company. You can Google us, Google me, anywhere, anytime. We have the background to back up that we're a legitimate, good company to deal with. So I invite you to get your information through to Jay. Enjoy the experience, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again very soon, especially some that may be traveling to Newfoundland soon.
Yeah, so the thing is that we are struggling right now because we need a lot of candidates within automotive industry, truck and bus mechanic, auto body technician, spray painter, automotive mechanic, and I think truck and bus can be carpenters as well. And the employer is ready to pay for their air tickets, and they will reimburse after they start working. And the salaries for this position is also not small one. That they are okay, and the people can work, and they can save the money and bring all of their family under PMP program in Canada after a couple of years. So it's all real here, and they can obtain the permanent residency in Canada also, not very difficult, but only in the case if they're ready to work on their application and to work with their documents, because without these papers, useless, really. The candidate can be the best one in his skills, in his trade, but unfortunately, they are really bureaucratic here. Good trades. Why? Because right now, Canadian government has changed the regulation, and due to the situation, the latest situation with American elections, the new president of the United States, Donald Trump, also made some announcements which already has influenced on the immigration law of Canada, because they already reduced the numbers for immigration. They have limited a lot of things, and the student visas as well as the black pooling. So they're making it difficult, but there is still a big demand for the skilled trade. So all of the slots which they have in the provinces like in Atlantic Canada, most of it will be given and to the as well as to the skilled trades workers. This is the only thing. But with those two, it's a big issue with the document, because there is kind of reciprocity agreement, if you know, between Nigeria and Canada in regard of nurses, if I know. And it means that if your Nigerian nurse has an education in Nigeria, she could apply in her home country, provide all the documents, make the educational assessment, then come to Canada, do the exam, and there is somehow a bit easier way to transfer. We do have medical HR officer who is interested in, as well as we do have a big need in the skilled trades. But what is the most important issue? Giving you the opportunity to, they don't need a language exam. So if they don't have IELTS, that's okay. they don't need to show proof of funds. They need to provide bank statement just to show that they have at least some money, that they have stable income, but there is no any required sum of money which they need. So we do have our hub, and the person has to register on this hub and submit all of the documents. We need to check them before we will endorse him to the employer. If employer picks this person, there is the interview between employer and the candidate. If the candidate is okay, the employer is given the job offer with the salary, location, and everything. If the person likes the job offer, he sign it. Application, intake officer who is like checking, helping the person to submit the forms, and then the immigration officer submit a work permit, like only after he had the job offer. So currently we're looking for the partner who can give us the candidates who can be interested in coming to Canada, but who can screen them before. Actually, so we do have open, we do need people, and we are ready to whatever with the company who can be our you by this point legal Canadian company who can provide you with a lot of vacancies, which I do believe you can be interested in. But it depends on what kind of candidate you have, and are you ready for this type of cooperation, or just tell me how you usually work, because I saw that you have some Canadian jobs on your website.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for taking out your time to explain all this. I would also want to thank you for exercising patience with us. Our duty is to pair these applicants with recruitment agencies in Canada, Luxembourg, just outside Nigeria, right? So most times some offers might come directly from the employer, probably people who are maybe Nigerians who owns a company in Canada or whichever country that is. Then they can reach out to us. Then we screen the candidates first. Because based on what you were saying, what we do is to screen the candidates first based on the authenticity and the level in which you need them. Now, it will only be left for the employer to decide if he wants this candidate or not.
So we go through reference check, and we go through the website of the company as well to ensure that, we partnered with a legitimate company, and we partnered with the agents that would be able to source us candidates that we are in need of. So I'll share my screen now, and the second part would be JP, and then we will have our question and answer. If you have anything in mind that you wanted to ask, it can be for me or for JP, we would be addressing it in the later part of our session, okay?
So, thank you for the opportunity. And so I'll just give you a brief of what we do.
Okay.
We are a recruitment company, and our main focus is just two countries right now. It's New Zealand and Australia.
Okay.
And we are operating from two countries. And for Australia, we are only doing one type of visa. That's a work visa under 482 category. And now they have rebranded it. They call it the core skills visa. For New Zealand, again, we only do one type of visa. That's a work visa, and they call it the accredited employer work visa. So very simple. We only focus two countries and two visa types. And that's what we have been doing for the last 23 years.
Okay.
And we do have collaborations with countries like Pakistan, Nepal, India, Bangladesh as well. This will be the first time that we are open to a collaboration from Nigeria.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting how we can work together and what caliber of candidates that you can give us. And you can have your own benefit through your recruitment plan. And as long as you give me good, skilled, qualified people, that's all that matters. Yeah. So just to give you an understanding of what type of candidates we are looking at, but the candidates from Zimbabwe, Ghana, and Zambia do not require a skills assessment because we have worked with those countries before. But as I said, this is the first time I'm working from a company in Nigeria. I need to really look into this and give you the accurate information so you can talk to the clients.
Yeah.
With New Zealand, no restrictions, no English test, no skills assessment required, because that will give them the opportunity to apply for PR after 3 years in that country for the PR or the permanent residence in Australia. They can take their families with them. They can take the children with them. The spouse will get an open work permit for Australia, and the students or the children will get a student visa. They can attend government schools and get the free education. The spouse can work any job. It's not limited or it's not restricted in Australia. Then the candidates, the process happens like this. So you send me a CV. I will share with you the vacancies that we are looking for along with the deadline. We usually require candidates within 2-3 days. Like, for example, if I say you, Mr. Dean, Ms. Lovath, I need 2 diesel mechanics by Friday. That's how the deadlines, because it comes and goes. You have to be very quick. You send me the CVs, and I will send you the job description or what should be there or what you need to look for in the candidates. So you send the CV. I will arrange an interview. This relationship, if you have really good candidates, I spoke with our directors as well. They are interested in coming to Nigeria and having a face-to-face meeting with you and see how we can formally establish a relationship with your company. And one thing, I have been in this company I joined 7 years ago, but this is something that has been there since 2000, so technically 2001, sorry, 24 years. Because I can confidently give you around 50 vacancies a month, minimum, I would say. That's the capacity or the frequency we get. If I give you 50, let's say out of 50, I need 20 people from Nigeria. Is that something you can provide? Various occupations, say, these mechanics. Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, because I really want to know, because if this is something that's doable, we would like to come and visit you. And also, yeah, and then maybe talk to some people and give you some more information, and also the document checklist, what you have to go through. It's very much similar to Canada. I think you do Canada. I checked your page, and you do a lot of promotions to Canada. So the checklist is more or less the same to Canada, but what I would do, the best would be I will share the vacancies that I have right now that I need to fill urgently. Australia and New Zealand. I will send you the little requirements as well, what they generally need to have. Once you send the CVs, then we can have a talk. And if they are okay, then we put the CV into one of our own formats. So we won't be sending their CV, but we will be sending our CV with their information on. So we have a format, clean and neat format. So I'll send you all the required information along with the category of jobs we are really in need of right now after this meeting. And then, looking forward to have a good, fruitful relationship with your company. And then let's see how it goes. And if there's opportunity, maybe I will see how the flow of clients, because I've never been to an African country. I would love to visit, and maybe I can start it with Nigeria, because I'll be meeting the other directors as well after the meeting. And then we would really like to have the presence just to see what the environment in Nigeria is like and what caliber of applicants you have, and also to meet you face to face, because this will be a very good business that we can do together.
Sure.
Mr. Dean, thank you for your time, and thank you, Ms. Lovett.
Thank you very much.
Do you have bilingual candidates that can speak French also?
Actually, can you put on the?
Sorry?
Okay, you are asking if I didn't get you, sorry.
If you have also candidate in your pool with skill to speak bilingual English and French, do you also have those candidates?
About the new home care worker immigration pilots, and that would be discussed by our RCIC. This program will open on March 31st in 2025. When it first posted by IRCC, we've been following all the updates, and it was just this week another update from IRCC in terms of this program that they will open on March 31st. The last part of our session would be the question and answer. Please feel free to unmute your mic later, raise your hand, or even you can drop a message in chat box on the question for the RCRC or for myself. So now we would move forward about the new immigration pathway. That's the home care worker immigration pilots. And I'm going to give the floor to Poonam. She will discuss more about this pathway. Thank you.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Poonam Bhasin and I'm working as an RCIC, full-time RCIC with Work Global. Today I'll inform about home care worker immigration pilot. The Home Care Worker Immigration Pilot is a new initiative introduced by IRCC, and it is designed to facilitate permanent residency for foreign workers who provide home care services. This program will replace the previous childcare worker and home support worker, which was paused on June 2024, and the new applications will begin on March 31st, 2025. The initiative is aimed at attracting skilled workers to support Canada's aging population and provide essential services for those who need home care.
Hello everyone, my name is Michelle, and I am one of the recruitment consultants of Red Migration. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Ms. Lovett and Mr. Dean from Sponsor Ease Travels, our valued partner from Nigeria, for giving me this incredible opportunity to speak with you today. It is truly an honor to be here, and I am thrilled to meet all of you at this prestigious event. Today, we are here to talk about life-changing opportunities to work, live, and build a future in two of the most beautiful and prosperous countries in the world, Australia and New Zealand.
Welcome to the Jobs Abroad and Work Visa Partial Sponsorship Conference, held at the prestigious Oriental Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos, on the 1st of March, 2025. This groundbreaking event brought together job seekers, industry experts, and international recruitment partners in a powerful, career-transforming gathering. The excitement was palpable from the very beginning as eager participants arrived, ready to take the next big step towards securing overseas employment. As the event commenced, Sponsor Ease Travels, the proud host of this remarkable conference, warmly welcomed all attendees. With a vision to bridge the gap between skilled professionals and international job opportunities, Sponsor Ease Travels set the tone for an enlightening and action-packed experience.
All right. So in today's section, I'm happy to announce that most of you here will be qualified for our full sponsorship.
The keynote session was nothing short of inspiring, with industry leaders sharing deep insights into global job placements, work visa sponsorships, and immigration pathways.
We're going to look at how do you identify a legitimate travel path. You know, when I started, I told you that we're going to show you that the question in the mind of so many people is, how can I do it the right way? Do you still remember? So ask your neighbor again, how can you do it the right way?
Our esteemed partners, recruitment agencies, and employers from abroad were also present, bringing first-hand knowledge on how to successfully secure a job overseas. Among them was Red Migration, our trusted recruitment partner from Australia. Specializing in placing Nigerian professionals in Australia and New Zealand, they provided invaluable information on skilled employment pathways, visa options, and how candidates could start their journey today.
As you said, there are cabinet makers, wall plasterers, carpenters, any sorts of construction trade sector workers. We are mainly looking for cabinet makers, carpenters, construction sector workers like wall plasterers, bricklayers, masons. And then the third one is the trade sector, mainly welders, fabricators, security equipment technicians, landscapers, etc. You can talk to the team at Sponsor Ease Travels. They will give you the entire list of occupation that's available. All right, completed CV, and then send it to the team at Sponsor Ease Travels, and they will help you with the rest of the process. And if you have any questions, it's the time to ask me now. I'm happy to answer any of the questions that you have.
Next, Work Global Canada, our renowned Canadian recruitment partner, took the stage. With strong ties to Canadian employers, they explained the structured recruitment process that ensures smooth job placements for international candidates. Their expertise reassured attendees that moving to Canada for work is not just possible, it's a well-guided and achievable reality.
Good morning, Nigeria. Can you hear me okay? Wave a hand if you can, please. Great. First off, I would like to thank the organizers for the invitation to join you from Canada this morning. So I'm looking at the room and I can see you're all so young, and I am joining you, and it is 7 a.m. my time in Canada. So we work under permanent residency programs. So we've built a strong reputation, and I've helped hundreds of Nigerians. This opportunity presented itself because we've been looking in skilled trades. And Canada's growth industry now, due to a boom in housing and construction, we need workers in welding, carpentry, sheet metal, automotive mechanic, diesel mechanics, looking for specialized Volvo and different kinds of engine repairs. Many of you may have heard that right now Canada is launching a new program for caregivers in the healthcare sector. In Canada right now, the demand is in healthcare. Pharmacists, paramedics, anything related to healthcare where the opportunities exist. But that's our job. We're here to find a pathway and help you prepare your file and help you get that interview and help you obtain success in that interview if that's your dream. And I know, looking at the room, I see various diversified backgrounds, and I think you're here today because you're looking to hear from people and organizations like mine that have the capacity to help you fulfill that. But there are steps and requirements of,
Beyond the presentations, the atmosphere was filled with engagement and enthusiasm. Attendees had the opportunity to interact in dedicated one-on-one sessions with our recruitment experts, where they received personalized career assessments, guidance on eligibility, and clarity on the steps to secure an overseas job. This wasn't just an event, it was a turning point. Right there at the venue, many attendees seized the moment and took action. Several individuals began their application process immediately, activating their partial work visa sponsorship and securing their first steps toward relocation. Payments were made on the spot as determined candidates committed to their future abroad. Another highlight of the conference was the testimonial session, where past and current applicants shared their experiences and success stories. The interactive Q&A session further reinforced the credibility of the process as attendees got real-time answers to their pressing questions.
My name is Bishop Linus. I came right away from Ogun State. His sponsor is a place I found right from last year. I've been with them last year, August. I went for their assessment last year, which I passed, but form. Held me down. So, but since I've been with them, I know very well that they are real. Let no one deceive you. Don't go out and fetch water and dash a beggar that doesn't need water. This sponsor is a place that you can put your trust, put your money, and as our guy said, close your eyes. Before you know, you're in Canada. May God bless you, sponsor.
My name is Recruitment. I'm very glad to be here today. I honestly think I will be here because initially back at home, my partner was kind of skeptical, and then I felt she just follow her. But once he just kept telling me that she will be here, that this is genuine. So finding myself in this room, listening to every of the facilitators, seeing the things, the experience, and what they know about it, I felt very convinced, and I feel this is something I must invest my huge amounts anytime, any day. In fact, the opportunity to me, I felt is much more than what we are requested to pay initially. So I encourage anyone out there, if you are looking for a sure plug, I think Easy Travel is the sure plug for you. And I want to say you should keep it up and make every Nigerian life better outside of the country. Ciao.
Thank you. As the event drew to a close, one thing was clear. Sponsories Travels is not just an international recruitment company. We are a life-changing movement. For anyone serious about securing a job abroad, getting a work visa sponsorship, and starting a new life overseas, this is the best place to be. The journey has already begun for many, and now it's your turn. The opportunity is here, the process is clear, and the support is guaranteed. Don't wait until it's too late. Start your journey today with Sponsories Travels and take the first step toward your dream job abroad.